I swear, people that voted for Trump and these MAGA people really do not think things through. He's been said before that he wanted to bring back mental hospitals. Now he wants to cut money from Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. A little history lesson. People like me that are mentally ill and have learning disabilities like me and other things used to be in mental hospitals. And then the funding was cut. They threw us onto the street like animals. Some of us were lucky. We were stable enough to get, and not law breaking pieces of garbage. Some of us were stable enough to be able to get on disability and take medication that keeps us stable. All that's paid through Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. The facilities that they want to bring back be paid through Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Now they want to cut them? And this doesn't even make any rational sense. Like, a lot of people that aren't taken care of, like what's going on right now, a lot of them ended up in the prison system because of them having to do what they needed to do to take care of themselves, breaking laws because they're mentally ill. They ended up in that system, which is now the biggest mental health treatment in the country. And he says he wants to bring back mental hospitals, but he's cutting the very funds that keep it alive. It doesn't make any sense. Make this make sense. It's people, you know, the logical outcome of what he's doing. More people end up in the streets. More cities will turn into places like San Francisco. More places that have never seen it because, you know, people like me live everywhere. You think I'm going to suddenly move to San Francisco because I get kicked out because I lose my disability in this little town over here? I'm going to be over here. And suddenly we are going to have homelessness fucking everywhere. But that's the logical outcome. And it doesn't even save any freaking money because it still costs money to imprison people. It still costs money to take care of us. This doesn't make any financial sense. And it doesn't make any sense for public safety because a lot of people that are on these forms of disability are mentally ill. Without their medication, you might have more shootings and other things that come along with more and more mentally ill people not being on their medications. Is this what Trump wanted? Or is this what you expected when Trump said that he was going to bring back mental hospitals? Them cutting the very funding that takes care of it? I make this make sense. Many of these institutions only exist because of Medicaid and Medicare. If they go away, the institutions that keep millions of Americans on schizophrenia or with schizophrenia and bipolar and other mental illnesses that can be very dangerous if not treated properly. Many of these people are they're going to end up on the streets. And then what are you going to do? You're going to end up more and more unsafe. We're just going to end up with a horrible society. You could look up for San Francisco and their homeless population. You want more of that? The costs associated with that alone. It's not free to toss people out in the street. There are losses to it. San Francisco loses money because it's now a shithole. You want that for your city? You think people like me are going to move to San Francisco? We live everywhere, and we will cause problems everywhere we live if not medicated and not taken care of. This isn't going to go away by just pretending it doesn't exist. All you people that voted for MAGA and Trump and have Elon tearing our freaking social safety net apart, this is the end result of what's going to happen. More people will live in the street, more insecurity, more you would not have the safety. You have to go to the stores and have to deal with more crazy people that are not on their medications. That's the end result of not funding these systems. More people that will be left out in the cold with no medications to do whatever the hell is necessary to feed themselves. And if the voices for some of them tell them to murder you in the fucking store, maybe that happens. Do you want to live in that kind of society? Because that's the society we're going towards. We're going towards a society where they're going to dump everything that makes sure that you are safe and we are safe and maintained. You're going to a society where all that will go away. And the sickos and the weirdos and the crazies will come out. My God, MAGA. My God, Trump. Won't you people frickin' think about shit before you do it? Or do you literally have to watch this hellscape in the future before you'll turn around and complain about it? Because wouldn't it be easier to like stand up now and maybe go, maybe we don't want crazy people, unmedicated, running rampant in our cities. Maybe we don't. Maybe it's worth the money to maintain these people with just enough money to take care of themselves rather than completely abandoning them and costing more in the end than just giving them money. Because in the end, you're just going to make yourselves unsafe. You're going to make us unsafe. You make life unbearable for all of us. Stand up, people. My God, this country is going to go to hell. Ah, on to the next one. I think I'm going to make more of these kind of videos because I think that we're going to go towards a hellish world in the future, especially for mentally ill people. It's going to be hell. But that's what they're asking for. They're going to give it to them in the worst possible way. Then they'll complain. Like all the people are complaining about, oh, they kicked out all the farmers, those farm hands that take care of our food. Whoopsie daisy. Those were the people that picked our food. you know, those immigrants. You're going to have no food, no safety net, freaking crazies that are unmedicated, running through our streets rampant, our freaking prison system full to the rim of mentally ill people, saving absolutely no money with the same budget problems. But guess what? Them rich people are going to get a big freaking tax break. A big one. It's going to be amazing for them. And you know what? They have big fences around their fucking places. There ain't going to be any crazy people around them. They're not going to have to worry about going to the store and getting shot by a schizophrenic, having a mental meltdown. They're not going to have to worry about any of this. And this apocalyptic hellscape you people seem to want to be in. Good luck with your huge savings if you're mega rich. By the way, you ain't making any of it. They're not cutting any of your money. You're just going to have to deal with the side effects of it. You're going to have to deal with the side effects of having to live in a population of people that are crazy. Enjoy. On to the next one. My God.